Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to Arcana Universe. This is going to be your April 2026 energy forecast reading. It's the Easter special edition. So, hope everybody had a wonderful Easter weekend. And let's get to it, okay? So, we're going to open it up with the opening collective message. And we're going to tap into each of the zodiac signs from Aries through Pisces. And at the end, we'll wrap it up with a final spinny spin portion, okay, for any final messages, all right? So remember, regardless of your sign, sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever it is, okay, know that you found it at the perfect time, okay? Let's do it. So what is the collective message to start? What do you want to talk about? Okay. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's see what we have here. I do daily, monthly, and yearly readings, so feel free to check those out. Look at that. So what I'm picking up right now is that when it's radiating love energy, okay? So I'm picking up on a very strong love message coming through, and it's regarding how I'm getting two dynamics. One comes off very immature, okay? Regardless of the age, there's some sort of immature kind of behavior that this energy possesses, and they're dealing with somebody who is mature, okay? They can be youthful in appearance or what have you, or they can, whatever it is, but they have this sense of maturity or groundedness where it's just like it's hard to sway them in an immature direction, okay? So somebody here is just very mindful of what they want and who they are. And so imagine these two energies coming together, it's very hard to get this connection off the ground. So hello, Miss. Hi. So there is this essence of somebody here doesn't want conflict, okay? It's just like they understand that they come with a lot of chaos, immaturity, and lack of like strong foundation, and perhaps their finances need a little bit of work, okay? Hello, Jada wrote, Happy Easter. My God bless you and all your loved ones. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here and for all the kind energy, okay? So for those of you who are just joining in, I'm doing an energy reading, okay? And so, hello, Ada. So, Victor, no, you don't do that, okay? Come in here with respect, please. Good, good, all right. So, let's go ahead. Oh, I just dropped the card. Okay, so this energy kept wanting to come up. Hello, Lee. Hi. Okay, so for those of you who are wanting to ask personal questions, I am allowing for those who, like, all the information is in the description of this video for those of you who want to ask personal questions. Otherwise, this is a collective reading so that I don't spread myself too thin, okay? Because I can't be on here answering all of these personal questions, okay? And I highly recommend keeping it up here. I have a feeling it's going to be discussed, okay? All right. Victor, I gave you a warning, okay? All right? You can't just listen to what I say and just have it go out the other ear, okay? You have to listen. I asked you to be a little bit more respectful, and you're not being respectful, okay? So You know, there's a reason why the comment section has a filter, okay? Okay. So let's go ahead. Hello, Draco. Let's be mindful, okay? Hello, Illuminator. All right. So if anybody comes in with like sexual energy, okay? All right. What is happening? Okay, Illuminator, I don't know what is going on. Okay, so some of those of you who are commenting with, you know, disrespect, okay? Please, you guys need to retain the information that is being given, okay? Because what does it say right before you comment? Please be respectful, you know, good vibes only, and all of that. No, no, please take your own advice, okay? Illuminator. All right, there's something to be said about social cues, okay? Do not come in here with disrespect. You don't know me. I'm a stranger to you, and it's not appreciated. This is part of the message for those of you. Exactly, exactly. You may need some new glasses, okay? Anyways, please do not drag me into the chaos, okay? Do not. Okay, I have to create some level of a healthy boundary here, okay? So that's enough attention for you, Illuminator, okay? That's enough. Hello, McGriddle. Oh, look at Bruce. Bruce. All right, Illuminator, you've been warned and you're just not listening, baby, okay? So put you on timeout. Smell you later. Okay, so Bruce, very kind, wrote, I would like to say this, and I hope I'm not being stepping out of line, but I think you're very beautiful. Oh, so sweet, so kind, you know, okay? All right, so let's move forward. All right, let's move forward. But I was picking up on a very chaotic energy, okay? Somebody who is just like immature. As I mentioned, okay, I was picking up on immature energy and how somebody here doesn't want to stay in conflict, okay? So for those of you who just, because I have both sides listening in, okay? And what I'm picking up here is that if somebody here is operating just solely on sexual energy, okay, that's a no-no, okay? Like this energy, it can't, the trajectory of where they're going with their kind of actions and motivations, it's leading to a dead-end situation, to toxicity. And so the person that this energy is coming in contact with, that is creating them a lot of stress, is because they are expecting the other person to do better, okay, to be better. And so somebody here realizes that they have been challenged, okay, and that they do need to try to be a better person, a better individual, and because they realize that this kind of behavior has put them in a tricky spot before, okay? This is not the first time they've behaved this way. And so God is really saying, you know, if they keep it up, this is where their stress is continuing to build, where they feel like nobody gets them. But the thing is, nobody wants to get somebody that is being mean and cruel for no reason. A ruckus, a disruption, okay? So for those of you who are, you know, scratching their head wondering, you know, how come nobody wants to be their friend? How come nobody gives them attention? Well, did you ask yourself how you present yourself to others? Do you come in with respect, or do you come in with chaos? Okay, so this is something that this energy really needs to consider before blaming and victimizing themselves and, you know, asking everybody else and thinking other people are in the wrong, when it's in fact they really need to look at their actions and what they say. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and move on. Hello, Saint Peter. Okay. let's go ahead and move on to Aries, yes? Yes, okay. So, Aries. All right. Hello, Aries. Happy Aries season, okay, for those of you who are listening in. Okay. Hey, you know, if you're in here for the first time, don't be shy to say hi. You know, you can't hide. You can't hide from me. Hello, not me. Hello, Santi. Hello, hello. Okay. All right. Aries, what do we got here? Hello. 7331. You know, just before I got on here, I was thinking about 1337. So it's a little bit in reverse, but glad to have it here. Okay, so Aries, Aries. Okay, chaos, conflict. All right, so somebody here, hello Jerry, I'm picking up on an energy that is full of conflict, okay? That is just very defensive. They feel like the world is them against the world, okay? So somebody here, they have a tendency to block off blessings, block off lessons, and be very stubborn, okay? Yes, I believe God, the one and only. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting here this energy. Okay, so if anybody is wanting personal one-on-one time with me, all of that information can be found in the description of this video, okay? All right, so what I'm getting here is that the reason why there's chaos, okay, is because they came across somebody that is going to call them on their shit, okay? If they have been misbehaving, if they have been like, you know, being defensive for no reason, not thinking clearly or correctly in a fair mind, you know, full of integrity, you know, somebody here that really cares about this energy, who doesn't want them to, like, you know, wander off in the wrong path or what have you, they're going to come in and speak their truth and communicate how that they really care about this individual and that they really want this person to be happy. But the thing is, somebody here is being very stagnant, okay? They're trying to be very manipulative in how they achieve love. And this all has to do with the fact that somebody here has a very skewed way of thinking. So I will not be surprised if this person has like some sort of mental blockages, okay? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Back at you. I appreciate the love, all right? Okay, see you later. Okay, so, okay, advice. What's gonna happen? Oh, look at that. Look at that. No coincidence. Back to back, the energies are like coming in so strongly, okay? Hello, Nick. Okay, I know you guys are wanting to know all of these details about me, but please just enjoy the messages coming through, all right? Okay, for those of you who are interested in, you know, following me and like, you know, knowing more about me and my background and what brings me joy and happiness, you know, I decided to open myself up with a little bit of like behind the scenes content as well. So feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and feel free to check those episodes out, all right? Okay, hello, Alizar. So yes, exactly, you know, exactly what I just said, okay? Okay. Okay, so the advice coming here is that lead with love. Okay, lead with love. And I'm also getting romance. Okay, so I'm getting here that somebody is somebody's world. Okay, like the person that this energy is dealing with, they really bring them joy and happiness, and they do want to communicate and stand their ground. And what I see happening here, okay, this is a work in progress, okay? But the main thing is that it has been established that somebody here, they're immature. They're immature. They're thinking not in a long-term aspect, but in just short-term, dead end, wasting time. Okay, somebody here is essentially wasting time. And so the advice here is, if somebody here is in love and they feel like they really met somebody that really has captured their heart and they really want to be with this person, then they really got to take action and stand in their power and take a chance, make a plan and see it through. Any final messages? No, that's it. Like, I just really feel like somebody here is loved and loved back in a sense. There's mutual love here, but due to somebody's stubbornness of, perhaps wanting to stay in chaos, wanting to stay in uncertainties due to fear, okay? Because somebody here is not confident enough to go forward. There's a problem here, okay? So somebody here needs to stop buying time, trying to like not make a decision or anything like that, because that is ultimately preventing them to achieve what they truly want, but instead create more chaos. Okay, so this is a work in progress. So, it's all about consistency and taking the action, taking the leap of faith, etc. Okay, hello, Caleb. All right, isn't Jesus amazing? All right, so let's go ahead and move to Taurus. So remember, whether you're Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, whatever, dealing with the Taurus, I read energies here, okay? So if you're listening in, there may be a message in here for you, okay? You'll know how it resonates. All right. Hello, Braun. Hello, map. Hello, hello. Okay. Oh my god, little, oh, so cute. Okay. Taurus. Let me do one more little shuffle for you. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Ah, welcome from Mexico. Hola. Okay, so let's do it. Taurus. Oh, oh. Okay, right off, I'm getting somebody pissed somebody off. Okay, somebody pissed somebody off due to their stagnancy, due to their slow moving ways, due to their fickle ways. And that was the truth. And somebody said something. Somebody here was just like, what's taking so long? Why is somebody here dragging their feet? Why is there unnecessary stress, okay, that is being created when somebody here doesn't deserve it at all? And I see here, like, even though they may want the same things, somebody here has a tendency to be defensive and walk away. Even if they get along great, even if they feel like a soulmate connection, what have you, okay? And I hiccup when I channel, for those of you who are new, okay? So that means that the message is coming strongly, okay? Hello, young conservative man, real praise break, hallelujah. Do you feel all? I kind of like that. That was nice. It wasn't like you coming in here with praise Jesus, praise Jesus. You know, I like that subtle approach. I was like, oh, praise break. I kind of like that. No, but because it's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of tired of that, especially if they're a non-believer, you know? And so I like to let my work speak for itself, like how good God is, how magical God can be, and how all-knowing God is. And so as I am relaying and the channel messages from God, it's just like, it's really easy to see who's real and who's not, who's really doing it for the right reasons. And so I just like to practice what I preach and lead by example. But thank you. Thank you for being here, okay? All right, so let's get back. Let's get back. Okay, so anything else for Taurus? Look at that. Your energy is so coming in so strongly. Okay. Oh, why don't young conservative wrote, what do you preach about Jesus? Why don't you just stick around? I don't stick around and find out, stick around and find out. It's not just one thing. It's about being consistent with the type of person that God will be happy to see, being consistent. And you'll notice, you can feel God's presence in the messages, and yeah, so welcome, okay? All right. So I mean, I'm just getting here, somebody is very supported and loved, and they just need to communicate more. It's just like somebody here is not a great communicator, or is just very sneaky, and like I'm picking up on somebody here who does have a very immature tendency. So whether that means, talking to people who just like on a flirtatious level, which is a no-no, especially if they're already in a commitment, okay? And so just be mindful of who this energy surrounds themselves with, because I feel like some of them are trouble, especially if it's like, if they're at a distance and they never even plan on meeting them. In a sense, like, it's like, why waste your time? Stop giving towards the wrong people and dead end situations, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay. So, Geminis. I'm a channeler and energy reader, and so messenger of God. Okay. Somebody has to call them out, right? No, but the main thing is like, when we know, okay, the truth will set you free, right? So I don't like dropping Bible verses because that's so like, I'm trying to be a little bit different. But for those of you who appreciate Bible verses, John 8:32, the truth will set you free. So because a lot of people have a tendency to live in denial, okay? It's just like, well, if nobody sees it, if nobody can point out what they're feeling and doing, maybe it doesn't exist. But guess what? No, not with me. I'm going to point out exactly what's happening, exactly what you're doing, exactly what you're feeling, and how it is real. It is real. And we actually have a choice, free will, in what we decide to do in our earthly experience here, okay? Hello, Cha. Hello, Carl. Honey, okay. Let's not come in with fear mongering, shall we? Okay? We don't do that. Okay. All right, Geminis. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, what Carl's doing right now is so outdated, okay, honey? If you're really trying to spread God's message and love, okay, do not do it with fear, okay? And do not also come onto my channel to do that. Do it on your channel. Use your own voice. Do not piggyback off of mine, okay? So go ahead. All right, just come in here, respect. You're coming in here, trying to do the right thing, but that approach, outdated, 2026, okay? All right, Calvin, please, like, you know exactly what you're doing, okay? Let's not play dumb. Let's not play dumb. You seem like you could do better, okay? All right. All right, thank you, little Hamilton. Wrote, she speaketh the truth, respect her wisdom. Oh, so kind, so kind. Okay, all right, let's refocus. Okay, shall we? Okay, all right. Let's shine a little light. Let's shine a little light. You know, this is why we have live streams, okay? Because those coming in, needing a little guidance. Okay, for those of you who are, going through any health setbacks or difficulties and all of that, okay? Sending you guys warm thoughts and healing thoughts, and make sure you guys pray to God, okay? Pray to God. Go directly to Him. Pray to God, okay? And Calvin, please be mindful of the kind of questions you ask, okay? Social etiquette. And Carl, I did not forget about you, Carl, okay? Where am I doing false prophecies and sorcery? Where? Huh? I'm energy reading, and I'm just relaying exactly what I'm seeing. And where? Okay? So let's move on. Gosh, you give me a little, you're giving me a little too much credit with sorcery. Oh, where's my wand? Huh? Where's my wand? Okay. Anyways, so all right. Bye, Calvin. Bye. Okay. Gemini, look at us. We're gonna have to do a new timestamp for Geminis. All right. Hello, Geminis. All right. Geminis, what's the message coming for you? Okay. Yeah, I think, a time and a place. Okay. right. So Geminis, what I'm sensing here is that somebody here, hello Lily. No, we're on Gemini right now. So what I'm picking up right now is that somebody here is very committed. Okay, I'm picking up on a very committed energy. So this energy may already be in something committed, or that is what they're trying to be in. But it's like they have a tendency to connect with, like, there's some sort of like distance energy. So it's just like they feel like they need to be elsewhere. This is a skewed mindset, okay? They think that being present means they're not doing the work. This energy thinks that when they're out and about, they're getting stuff done. They're staying busy. And so there is this kind of like weird skewed way of thinking that is just like, you know, they don't feel comfortable being still, being at home, being in comfort. It's like they just have this mentality of like they need to be out and about, and that is how they show their hard work and dedication. And so this is something that this energy needs to work on. That is not the necessarily the most healthy way to see things, because that may not be the case. You know what I mean? Like somebody here just kind of feels like that's the only way when it's not. Okay? And so God is recommending, there's nothing wrong with being together, especially if they're a partner, or like if they work well together. And it's because somebody here at that point will be invested within the connection. And so it's like I'm kind of getting, instead of like the energy scattering, is going to be laser focused. Okay, and that is going to ultimately, it's like a concentration in the love and dedication. And so try not to spread yourself too thin. Okay. Hello, Ash. And so what I'm getting here in like the future, if like this person actually retains and listen to the messages and the advice coming through, where I see this heading is that there is going to be happiness. There's going to be coming together, because there is attraction and chemistry. And so somebody here, okay, main thing here is the communication really needs to be consistent, the action. And if somebody here really wants to take this connection either off the ground or really revive it, they really need to talk and communicate and take action. Okay, anything else you want to say? No, that's it. We're moving on. Okay. So Cancers. Okay. Well, let's see what we have here. Okay. No, you don't have to be a Gemini. And remember, like, I read energies here, and so just know that you found it at the perfect time. And when you listen to other people's situation and stuff, we can also learn a lot as well, and how we can respond to certain situations, okay? In a God approved way, okay? That is going to ultimately make the person like feel like they're doing the right thing instead of being stuck, okay, and living in denial. All right. So Cancers. Okay. So somebody here feels like they're face to face with karma. Okay. And they're very aware that we reap what we sow. Okay, that we reap what we sow. And so somebody here is trying to do the right thing. Okay. Hello, Mizu. Because they realize that if they mess with karma, you know, justice, the right and wrong, the universal balance, what have you, God, like they, oh, it's because they've been burned in the past. They've been burned in the past. Somebody here has learned their lesson. That is one of the reasons why they're trying so hard. But the thing is, did they really learn the lesson? Because I see that sense here that somebody here is trying to find some sort of loophole or some sort of shortcut or all right. Hello, Weaver. Hello, John 316. Oh, okay. Thank you for being here. All right. John, I know you're new. Okay. Oh, we got all the Bible thumpers in here. Thank you for being here. All right. Randy wrote, back in the day, they throw stones at people who do this kind of thing. The wages of sins is always death and judgment. However, God so loved his creation, he became flesh and died for us. Yes, he does. Okay, all right. So, honey, all right. Hello, Mr. Handsome. Okay. For all of those people, Bible thumper people, I mentioned this, you know, before you guys came in. All right. I know I don't need you guys to do the copy and paste. This is exactly what I'm glad you're in here because you guys gotta learn. What you're doing right now is so outdated. You push people away. Okay. And I hate to see that because I'm all about why do you think I'm here volunteering my time so that I can connect with people on here? Okay. Because I see people suffering, I can feel their energy, and they do need God. And I don't need you guys to come on here and push people away by the actions and the way you approach people. I know I'm different. Okay. I'm not your everyday reader or the other. Do not compare me to others, even though just because I hold cards in my hand. This is a divination tool. Okay. And so for those of you, okay, who think that what I'm doing is wrong or what have you, this is, again, I'm not seeking guidance from some deck of cards. This is my organization tool so that all the energy is coming in, I'm able to organize it and show you in a visual way. Anyway, so you're in a safe space, but I felt like I needed to say that because you guys don't, somebody didn't take the time to tell you. And I want you guys to do better. Do not piggyback off of my channel attacking me and the people listening in. That is not the way. If you want to spread Jesus's messages and his love and grace and all of that, please do so on your channel. Not on mine. Do so on your channel. Be that voice. Okay? One of the great things about being here on YouTube is that you have a channel, I have a channel, but I decided to use my voice to actually do something about it and put my face on here. Okay? So do not come on here thinking you already know and have me figured out because you don't. So please do not be confused. Lift the veil off your eyes and actually listen, okay? All right. All right, thank you, John. Wrote, my bad, I had my words twisted. Ash in real life wrote, thank you for saying that. I'm serious. It's because I care. Nobody is gonna take the time and like say all of this. And it's time to be efficient in how we help others, okay? a little bit more efficient, a little bit more up to date. Modernize it. Okay? You don't have to leave John 3:16. It's not like, oh, okay, like thank you for saying that I will leave. No, you're more than welcome to stay here. Thank you for being here. Okay? It's just how you approach other spaces and stuff like that. Listen and see if what they say matches and align with God, God's teaching, integrity, all of those things. Please, you have to listen and observe first before, because that's how you push people away. Okay? All right. Anything else? That's part of the message for those of you who are like, oh, I wish you wouldn't address the trolls or whatever what have you. People have said that to me. It's just ignore them. This is part of the messages, you guys. Okay, this is part of the messages for sure. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so the final message for Cancers is that communication needs to take place, because I'm sensing here somebody here wants to come together, they want to collaborate, they want to join forces, be merry, be happy. And because they see here that they see potential, somebody here sees potential of being able to build together, work together, collaborate. And the person who is dealing with this energy, they understand this. I'm picking up on a very smart person who is very aware of their purpose in a sense, okay? They are looking for love. They are looking for love, but they push themselves away from love. It's because they're hurt. They want love so bad, and they share or they say that they want love, but when it actually comes down to having it, wanting it, grabbing it, going after it, someone chickens out. Somebody gets startled. I'm getting Lena Bambi, you know? You guys. Okay. No, I'm trying to like, I feel like the way I'm saying this, the way I'm relaying the message is so that it not only uplifts you, you know? I hope you got a little laugh out of it. But if you're in such a dark place where you didn't even laugh, you didn't even flinch, I'm sensing a lot of sadness. Okay, so somebody who may be to the outside world seem very balanced, poised, spiritual, hot. Okay, I'm getting somebody here who's attractive, but when it comes down to it, beneath the surface, they're heartbroken, they're healing, they're sad, they're depressed, they're lonely, and that is why they reject love. That is why when literally love is being like, hey, knock, 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 come out, love is here, they're just like, ah, they run. They run because they're intimidated, and all they can do is observe at this time. They feel like they're not good enough at this time. Okay, what's the future of this? What's going to happen? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, we gotta keep moving. You guys are just okay. As mentioned, this person, they do want love. They do want love. but they just feel like they're not enough at this time. They have a lot of, spiritual growth and spiritual journey that they're on. And because of that, yes, it is true. Even if like a good thing comes in, even if their dream of a mate comes in, they will reject it because they're not ready. Okay? Hello, elevator. What's it matter? Okay? We're all earthlings here at the end of the day, right? Okay, so let's move on to Leos. All right, Leos. Leos, what do we have here? Leos. Oh, nice. Ash is a Leo sun. Very exciting. Okay, for those of you who are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I go live or post new content. Your energy is coming in very strongly, okay? All right, let's see what we have here. No coincidence. It just keeps popping up, No coincidence. All right. So I'm picking up on an energy that is very attractive, okay? Like, perhaps they have a feature that people notice, or like they have a magnetic energy about them. And so people are interested in this energy. More than one for sure. But I just feel like this particular energy that I'm tapping into, they're very spiritual, okay? Or like they have this some sort of like sense or knowing where if somebody comes in with like honest love and romance versus just something short-lived and toxic, this energy knows right away. And so, but the thing is, because this energy it can be so generous, okay, with their time, resources, energy, they think that they can give themselves without repercussions, okay? They think that like they can almost be sneaky about it too, okay? So somebody here, it's like they're not willing to release the burdens of wasting their time. Okay, I'm picking up on somebody here that loves to waste their time. They're just like, well, maybe they want attention. Oh, maybe they could use a little attention from me. Or like, there's something about like, somebody here really needs to stop entertaining dead-end situations, okay? Because when they entertain dead-end situations, guess what? The dead-end situation is wasting this person's time as well. It's like, this is, somebody here is kind of playing with fire, okay? And then somebody here, scratches their head and wonders, where's all my time and energy going? Somebody here is literally depleted. They're depleting themselves to be people pleasers. Okay, that's what I'm getting. That's the message coming through. That's the energy that I'm seeing here. And so somebody here really needs to stand their ground, okay, stand in their power and learn when to say no. This energy thinks that they always have to say yes, always have to be agreeable. But God is really encouraging, oh, man, I'm getting, bring that bitch out. Bring that bitchiness out, or whatever. Like, bring that person who puts their foot down and says no. Bring that person out, because At this point, this person is literally just swaying in the wind, wasting their time for what? Okay? The world is not going to stop. It's going to keep spinning. So stop wasting your time. If somebody here is literally needing time to heal, to address their stress, please utilize that time, but do not distract oneself, okay? Because it's like somebody here thinks that's progress. It's not. This is an illusion. It's an illusion. Anything else you want to say? You can do it. I'm picking up on somebody here who's stronger than they know. Okay? All right? All right. Hello, Prod. Please, if you're offering any services to anybody, please do so on your channel, not on mine. Okay? All right. Anything else? Let's move forward. Okay. Virgos. All right. Hello, Virgos. That's great to hear. Ash wrote, I was conditioned to be the fixer, but I'm working on healing that. You got this. You got this. All right, so Virgos, what do we have for you? What's the energies, the messages coming through for you? All right. Look at that. This was the same bottom of the deck as the, I think it was the previous one, right? I mean, okay, let's do it. So, right off the bat, I'm just getting stress. Somebody here is stressed. They feel like they have a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of like, somebody here feels depleted. They feel like their world it feels very up in the air. Okay, so somebody here is trying to cut that anxiety, cut that mentality, and refocus and reclaim how they approach their stress. Okay, so somebody here, you know, everybody, people, there's stressful events and factors and all of that happening around us. And guess what? Some people hold on to that stress and be stuck there. And some people, they decide to do something about it. And thank goodness, what I'm picking up right now is that somebody here is going to do something about their problems, their stress factors. And this energy is going to achieve that by doing what they do best, which is being strict, which is being communicative and being mindful. Yeah. Hello, BR. Somebody here, and they're doing this in the name of love. Okay, it's the motivation behind this is self-love. Okay, somebody here is really wanting to find love, but they understand that they can't find that kind of love if they don't have self-respect for themselves. And so somebody here is really fighting for themselves, their self-respect, and the love they have for themselves, so that they're not just wasting their love on people, places, things, mindsets, whatever it is, on that's not fruitful, that doesn't have longevity and growth. But so this energy, they're shifting their mindset. So if somebody here, they know that they've been wanting to change, but they needed some sort of structure and focus, bring the focus back to this person, okay, back to yourself in a sense, and make the motivation be about love, okay, love for oneself, so that somebody here does feel taken care of instead of pouring to everybody else, okay? Anything else? Any final messages? I mean, I think we got it. The message was just straightforward, okay? I mean, it was so consistent with the actual message itself, right? So focused. I'm getting such a focused and disciplined energy. All right, so Libras. What's this message for Libras? Hello, Tahana. Oh, are you a rangy? A rangy, huh? I don't, what? Welcome. All right. Libra. Oh, look at you. Look at you, Libra. Oh, someone's in love? What? Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. So I'm picking up this, somebody here. I just got like 2 star-crossed lovers or something like that. Like, so destiny, God is really, pulling them strings, bringing this connection together. And it's because somebody here has earned an opportunity for love, okay? And it's because this energy has been, I'm getting the word celibate, okay? So either somebody here has been very just secluding themselves, or they've been celibate, or they've just been very mindful of who they spend their energy with. I see here they're being rewarded in a sense, and so, but I'm getting here, there's some sort of like uncertainty, some sort of like illusion that this energy needs to try to move past. Like there's no point in playing games, okay? It's just like, I know I'm getting here, somebody here has a tendency to be very smart and strategic about, normally how they would obtain things or get things done. But when it comes to romance and love, the recommendation here is do not wait, okay? Especially if somebody here really came across somebody that is worth their time, is of value, then it's like, why wait? And the only reason why this person is hesitant about coming forward with their emotions and their truth is because of someone's scared. Someone's scared, okay? Why are they scared? Okay, oh my God. Okay. Two main reasons why they're scared. of coming forward with their emotions. One is because if they realize that if they do come forward with their emotions, that their, you know, single days are over. You know, somebody here got a taste of the bachelor or bachelorette single life or something like that, and but again, this is kind of toxic. Okay, it's a little toxic, a little ego in there, you know. And then the other side is that they're they're scared that it will actually be successful. Okay, somebody here is scared that that everything that they actually wished for is going to come into reality, and that they're actually going to be happy, and that scares this person. It scares them. It makes them feel sad. Okay, what do you think? What do you want me to say, God? Oh gosh, Libra, you guys are really thinking about this, huh? God is saying, what are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for? Go, 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 get it. I'm getting here like a very fiery energy, like this person wants to go, they want to commit, and like God is saying, you know, are you gonna be on the sidelines forever? Hmm. Somebody here is window shopping, and they need to stop. They need to stop that. Okay, because what the thing about window shopping is the ego and all of that is all over it. It's illusions. So somebody here needs to see things a little bit more clearly, okay? And see things for what it is. All right, let's move forward. Scorpios. All right. Hello, Bobcat. I'm here. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Scorpios. What do we have for you guys? Scorpios. Scorpios. A little chaotic. A little chaotic, I'm feeling. Okay, let's see what we have. Wow. Okay, all right. I just got drained. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me just I need to clear this energy a bit. This is rough. This is rough. Let me just pull 3 more cards out before I go. Okay. Okay. Somebody needs this. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. So, this does. How do you? I don't know why they do that. Okay. Anyways. All right. So there's definitely some sort of truth that has been revealed. Okay. So And it's regarding like maybe somebody was out of town or was at a distance, and somebody lied about like what has happened, what they did. Perhaps there were like third parties, or there was some sort of betrayal energy that I'm feeling. And the reason why there was this like level of betrayal and somebody here wearing a mask, the reason why that happened was because they were dealing with somebody who was very immature. Okay, they were perhaps literal, difference in age, or regardless of the age, there was just this immaturity that I'm picking up. And just know that this was divinely orchestrated because somebody here was being led on. Somebody here was wearing a false mask, and God really wanted to expose this energy so that they can no longer do what they've been doing. And I see that once this reveal happens or has happened, it's going to hurt. But it's almost like it's better to know than to live in a lie. And so I see that this energy is going to try to have a fresh new beginning, okay? Hello, ZPD. And when they decide to have this new beginning, hello, Emilio, they will be successful. Okay, they will be successful because they decided not to be stagnant. They decided not to be stuck in the mud, but instead grow and learn, move on. Okay, somebody here, and it's like, and that's how you know this person is mature. I just sensed right away one side was immature, one side was mature. And it's just like the one who is mature, there's a reason why they're mature, and there's a reason why they do what they do, so that they can move forward, move on, and ultimately be successful. All right. Oh, thank you, ZPD. Real, your energy is soothing. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Okay. Any final messages for Scorpios? It's just saying keep moving forward. Do not let, I'm getting shrimps. do not let the shrimps ruin your day, like that's the message I'm getting. So, shrimps may be of significance, okay? I'm also getting they weren't even that great anyways. They weren't even that great. Okay. Sagittarius. All right. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for you today, or in April 2026. Well, remember, I read energies and time is fluid, so know that you found it at the perfect time. Okay. Sagittarius. There you go. There you go. All right. Definitely different energies than the Scorpio energies, okay? Different vibe. All right. Okay. Look at that. No coincidence. No coincidence. Okay. So I'm picking up on a very, like this energy, you can't deny their energy. They come with like this presence of like, let's get stuff done. They have this cockiness. It gets me all like, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's get to it. But anyways, so I'm picking up on somebody here that is like very confident, okay? Very confident, knows their worth, knows their value, and one of the reasons why they feel confident is because they are receiving attention, and they feel wanted, in a sense, is what I'm sensing here. And it's a big ego boost, in a sense. You know, somebody here, it's like they need to understand that they are wanted. People do want to be in their presence. But I'm getting here, there's something about this person, even though they may get a lot of attention from others, their focus is on one particular energy, okay? And it's almost as if they're waiting on this person, because there's so much like attraction and magnetism, where it just feels like they feel very pulled by this energy, and it feels a bit addicting, okay? So somebody here may be a bit obsessive when it comes to this energy, because they really want to be part of this person's life. And I see here that a lot of time has passed by. This isn't something that, you know, they don't really have regular access to one another. And so somebody here wants to change that. They feel called to, I'm getting spellbound, okay? Somebody here feels spellbound to come forward. It's just like every time they, just the thought of this energy, they can't help but feel like their soul has lifted, and it's just, oh, like, how do you get closer to this person? How do we close the gap, make the conversation and communication happening? But I am getting a but, okay? All right, so Leo has already been done. So lucky you, okay? So once this live has already been completed, it's going to stay, it might take a little time to like fully upload, but it'll be up. So you're more than welcome to check back, and feel free to check out the other readings as well. I post daily readings, monthly readings, and yearly readings as well, okay? All right, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate your energy. Like, you know, you can't deny it. Okay. So okay, the advice here is just make sure this energy is barking up the right tree. Okay? That they're barking up the right tree. And so what that means is, first, this energy needs to do their research, okay? And first understand, are they interested? Okay, because the last thing we want is this to be like a one-sided secret admirer kind of thing, you know? Well, definitely communicate. For those of you who hasn't even communicated about like their intentions and wants, obviously that's not gonna go anywhere. But I'm also getting, for those of you, if this is like, you know, you work with this person or something like that, that can be a little bit tricky, right? So if somebody here is just like, they have to be willing to go all in. This isn't just like, oh, okay, well, let's just test out the waters and see where things go. It's just like, oh, I can make them happy for a day. No, no, okay? It's like somebody here really needs to think in a long-term way, because the person this energy is obsessing over, they want marriage. They want long-term. They want a forever, you know, that they can grow with. Okay, any final messages? Okay, if I am picking up on a very special person, okay, a very special person. And what makes them special is that even if the love and affection isn't requited, like it's not returned, it's not reciprocal, somebody here, their love and their dedication is not going to change. Because they really care about this person and they admire them and they want to be involved and a part of this person's life regardless, even if it's from afar or from a distance. Somebody here, they really care and they want to be supportive of this energy, and I think that's beautiful. Okay, and so even though there was a little bit of like, oh, there's that energy, even though there's a little bit of a, I did pick up some sort of delusional energy, but the fact that even if they don't, they may not feel the same way, or even if like it may not go anywhere, this person still has love for this energy. And so what's the recommendation or any final messages in regards to that? Oh my gosh, it's just it's a little bit everywhere. Okay, hold on. Let me just focus this. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. That card kept wanting to come up. Somebody was offered some sort of commitment. Somebody here was offered some sort of commitment, but they didn't take it. They didn't take it. So it's like God really came in and put all the pieces together, right place, right time. But somebody here, I'm still getting kind of like a secret admirer energy. They didn't really fully commit. They didn't. Somebody here is still in observation mode. Okay, so anything else? And so if somebody here is wondering, like, oh, why does everything feel so uncertain? Why do they feel like they're at limbo? It's because this energy is literally putting themselves at limbo. It doesn't have to be unclear. It doesn't have to be uncertain. Somebody here chooses to be in limbo. Okay? And so they need to be mindful of who they really want to be. Okay? Not just say, oh, this is who they want to be, but actually be aware on what type of person, what kind of situation this energy really wants to be in. Like, they really need to be mindful. Like, have a very clear picture. Okay? All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what we have here. I'm picking up on some new viewers, okay? So welcome if you're joining the live stream for the first time. Don't be shy to say hello. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you're notified of when I go live or post new content, okay? Welcome. There's no coincidence that you're in here, all right? There's countless streamers and content out there, yet here you are. No coincidence, okay? So, for Capricorn, hello, Kylie. Welcome. Hello, Dwayne. Real, hey, sweetheart. New subscriber. Oh, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you. I love that energy, Dwayne. And thank you, ZPD, for the subscribe. Okay. So for Capricorn, what I'm picking up is somebody here is very stressed out. And somebody here may need to do a little stretching, huh? A little stretching. Okay, all right. So take this time to put your hands in the air, do a little stretch. Anyways, so somebody here is very stressed out because their life feels very uncertain. There's a lot of like things up in the air, things not set in stone. They feel like they've been trying to manifest something that is real, that is stable, and that is from the heart, but everything just kind of feels like limbo right now. Okay? And all this energy really wants is to find some sort of groundedness where they can feel like they can truly go after what they want, live in their happiness. Hello, Belinda. And because somebody here is tired of holding back, they just kind of feel like they hold themselves back until they know for certain they're in something real. And so until they feel like they're a little bit more confident, I just feel like this energy has a hesitation about them from fully going after what they want. It's almost as if they want to see generosity given onto them first before they're able to be generous with others. And so what do you want to say in regards to that? Well, the thing about this mentality is that this has ultimately been what has kept this energy stuck all this time. And so, you know, there's that saying where if somebody here is doing the same thing and expecting different results, was it Albert Einstein that said that is the definition of insanity? But something like that. Okay. But it's just kind of like that. That's what I'm getting. Somebody here is just like they don't want to change. They don't want to do, they don't want to put themselves out there, but expect to be courted, expect to be found. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I mean, yeah, let's move forward. Okay. So I'm also getting here somebody's shallow. Okay. So somebody here has a tendency to go for connections if they're like good looking or they're hot or they have some sort of like image or reputation. Somebody here is kind of shallow and is rooting from immaturity. And God is, it's almost like God is trying to break this habit from this person. Oh my gosh. So you guys, as mentioned, if somebody here is doing the same things and expecting this like different results, that somebody here is living in denial, okay? Some sort of delusion. Okay, any final messages? Okay, God is saying shift this perspective and mindset, okay? Of like, so somebody here, as mentioned, they're kind of like shallow, perhaps like vain or something like that. And so they may be connecting with somebody who on the outside appearance, they may look good or maybe hot or has a reputation or status, what have you. But on the inside, they're ugly. They're not good. Like so it's like God really wants to encourage this person. Try to find those who are beautiful inside and outside. Stop just pining over or holding on to somebody who may be toxic on the inside, but maybe attractive on the outside, okay? This is a lesson that this energy really needs to learn, okay? And until this is learned, like, it's hard to make any progress, okay? All right, let's move forward. Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. How have you been doing? Hello, hello. All right. So what do we have for Aquarius? All right, guy. Okay, let's be mindful. Hello, Tony. Okay. All right, let's be mindful of, like, you know, the comments. We want to be relevant. I know, you know, some of you guys wanna stand out with your comments, but it's not necessary, okay? All right, it's not necessary. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? All right. The first message I got was hands above the covers. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let's see. I'm getting here somebody that needs sleep. They do. They do. It's just like they've been up trying to not be so sad and mopey, and like a part of them wants to just shut off from the world and like don't want to talk to anybody. Okay. All right, so for those of you who are asking to read them, okay, it is no coincidence you're in here. You don't even have to ask. I'm an energy reader, so I have a feeling I'm already tapping into your energy regardless of the signs, but I just recommend listening and retaining, okay? All right, but I'm great at what I do, so I have a feeling I'm already tapping into your energy, so just, you know, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The energy exchange helps, okay? So, somebody here has been secluding themselves because they lost a friend, okay? So, somebody here may have been like best friends or they spent a lot of time together, but there was conflict. There was conflict. And so this energy had to leave, or like there was some level of separation. And somebody here is broken by this because they felt like they really had a genuine, soulful connection with this person. But as mentioned, there was conflict. There was some sort of like not seeing things eye to eye that ultimately wasn't able to help this connection move forward. But not only that, one side, they came with a lot of toxicity, okay? So perhaps a lot of sexual energy or like just toxic ways of doing things. I'm getting games, okay? Is there some sort of like games or manipulative energy that I'm picking up? And so I mean, no wonder it didn't work out because the person that this energy was dealing with, they're stable, they're grounded, they don't tolerate funny business, they don't. So if somebody here has a tendency to like ghost or like turn their back and not address the situation, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay? That's exactly how the connection is going to end up. Okay? Yeah, ZPD wrote, yeah, my childhood best friend moved last year. Kind of hurt from that still. Yeah. And so I'm getting here that one of the main reasons why that this connection wasn't able to continue on was because of immaturity. Because if you think about it, if there is maturity, there's still love and care, then that bond wouldn't be broken. But because there was that immaturity and that stagnancy and like not putting in the effort, and somebody here just choosing to stay stuck or in sadness, that's what prevents it from growing, expanding, having longevity and a future. Okay, so what is the advice? So somebody here, it's like we can't wait for things to settle, things to finalize. Somebody here really needs to take action. And if this ended in a very painful way, okay, perhaps, suddenly or like from betrayal or something, like it ended in a toxic manner, okay, then the person that needed to walk away from this connection, they really need to ask themselves, have they really changed? And if they haven't, they don't want this energy back. They don't, okay? So somebody here really needs to stand in their power, stop playing games, okay? And stop being stubborn. Anything else you want to say? I mean, it's, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm seeing, which is I don't really see this person changing for the person that is of value because they don't want to change. They don't want to change. They've been stuck for so long that even if a good thing comes along, providing stability, reassurance, dependability, dedication, hard work, even if all of that comes forward, somebody here can't let go of the conflict. They just carry with them conflict after conflict, not being able to put themselves, there's no empathy of like being able to put themselves in the other person's shoes to see how their actions affect their friend or the person that they want to be with. There's that lack of being able to really connect with the other individual because somebody here is so stuck on thinking about what they want and how they feel about the connection versus how the other person feels. Okay? All right. So, any final messages? Somebody here, okay, Belinda wrote too many lies to forgive. Exactly. Like if somebody here really needs to choose themselves, their self-respect and value, to not entertain somebody who only brings chaos into their life. Okay, it's setting healthy boundaries. Okay, because the person that really has learned their lesson and is really trying not to do repeat cycles and all of that, they would actually stop versus keep going. You know what I mean? They would actually make changes, but I just don't feel like they've made those changes. Okay, so until you see it, until they actually do what they say, their words and their actions line up, somebody does really need to be mindful, okay, of who they communicate with, who they decide to open up that access again. Make sure you're not giving access to people that doesn't mind hurting you. Do not give them access, okay? All right. Pisces. Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what we have here. Pisces. No problem. Thank you for being here, Belinda. Hello, Diva Tang. Wrote just what I needed to hear. Confirmation. Thank you. Of course. Of course. Thank you for swinging by, dropping by, and for commenting. Thank you. Okay. So there you are, Pisces. Okay. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Oh, Pisces. Hello. Leah Michelle wrote, hello, beautiful. Oh, thank you for being here. Hello, hello. Okay. So for Pisces, what I'm getting here is that I'm picking up on somebody here that wants a relationship, but they've been either rejected or have been declined, or like somebody here is not interested, or like, but the thing is, did somebody say that they were interested? Like, I'm getting some sort of weird energy of like hot and cold, in and out. Like somebody here has a tendency to change their mind or something. So it's like, perhaps this energy told the person, that is interested in them, oh yeah, they're looking for something like similar, or they're interested too in like, being in a relationship, but it was a lie. It was for advancement. Dang, come on. So this could be, somebody here, like let's say somebody like who's higher up showed interest and stuff like that. It's like almost somebody here trying to kind of climb the social ladder or like the corporate ladder, or like there's some sort of like agreeing just to be liked, just to it's like some sort of career advancement or something like that. And so somebody here has had their emotions toyed with, they've been played, and the person that did that, they don't take any responsibility. They don't. Leah Michelle wrote, very true. We were married and he thought the grass was greener on the other side. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, but thank you for confirming. I mean, it's like I am. Okay, okay, let's just move on. Move on, okay. Because it's this very heavy energy. And okay, so whoever is dealing with this person who just, lied through their teeth in a sense and like, pretended to be somebody they're not, or like this was all a game to them, okay? And it was toxic. And I see here that they were willing to give it up, give it all up. For what? It's, somebody here, it's just like they didn't want any responsibilities. They just wanted to just say yes in the moment. But when it actually came down to setting roots and like staying for the long haul and creating some sort of longevity, they weren't willing to have a fresh new start. They weren't. Okay? Why weren't they? So what the main reason was, there was some sort of like sadness and depression and some sort of money related thing, okay? So either money was held, like was pulled back. Like there was some sort of, I'm getting like like money that was dangling, okay? And somebody here somebody got cut off, okay? Um, and so it was, okay. So the reason why they decided to finally be like, no, never mind, I don't want this, or like, oh no, it's okay, I'm gonna move on. Like they no longer put in the work or decided to continue the fantasy, is because they realized they no longer had control. They no longer could get what they wanted. And so they realized that when they realized that they could no longer manipulate, then their resource, their access is denied. Okay? And so instead of working on the connection and for them to be a better version of themselves, they decided to play victim, to play the pity party. And so right now they're stuck in that space. Okay? Yeah. Anything else you want to say? So God is saying, be with the person that wants to fight for you, that wants to put the effort to be in the connection. That's the person that we should be with, not the person who is just, because I'm getting here, they've been given multiple chances. This isn't just like, oh, they made a boo-boo. Okay, come back here. Let me give you a hug. You're forgiven. No. This was multiple time after, multiple chances and patience. And so there again, this is about self-respect and love. To what extent are we going to let this continue? Okay? There are plenty of other people who are wanting love, to be loved back, and they're actually good people. Good person. They don't lie, they don't cheat. They try to do the right thing. They're spiritual and they try to follow the right path. So even though, you know, the saying goes, hurt people, but it's where do we draw the line? Where does it end? It needs to stop with us, okay? Let's see. Right, Belinda wrote, mine's the same. Leah Michelle wrote, thank you, very accurate. ZPD wrote, yep, 100%. Belinda wrote, so many chances after 22 years. So hard to break the tie, though. I still miss the idiot, though. Oh, yeah. Leah Michelle wrote, yes, very true. He's been given so many chances I can't even count because it was my first marriage. All right, so let's go just final. Let me just wrap this up. Anything else you want to say in regards to this? Do not be with somebody that keeps you as an option, as a choice, okay? If they hold on to third parties, if that's all they can do, they can't even focus on one connection, but they just, somebody here, I'm picking up on a very generous energy, okay? So generous of their time, their resources, being patient, especially to those who are in need. And God is saying, just be mindful of who you share your generosity with. Because, you know, some people that actually needs help, when they receive help, they do something about it. They grow so that they don't have to be in that position. But others, when they receive that help, they're back to where they began, and they just, all they can do is ask for help instead of helping themselves. It's a handout, okay? And so be with somebody who's not looking for a handout, but is looking for a genuine help so that they can better their situation and actually stick to it with dedication. Okay, as mentioned, there are plenty of people out, good people out there who's been doing the right thing, who needs love and a chance too. Okay? All right. Oh, thank you, Team Roth. Wrote, you are so pretty inside out. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you for being here and for the kind words. Okay, so, all right, so I think that's good. All right, I think your Pisces got a good one. So let's go ahead and wrap it up with the final spinny spin. Who's ready for the spinny spin? Okay, so here are some options for you. Okay, think real hard. Which area should we touch up on? And let's see what we have for the final message. All right, 1 and a 2 and a advice. Okay, all right. What is this? Okay. Advice. It was advice. Okay, so because somebody here wants to hear an advice. Okay, let's see. What is the advice coming through? Advice for those listening in now or later on. Hello, Jonah. Wrote, you are so beautiful. Oh, thank you. So kind, so kind. I appreciate the kind words. Okay. Advice. Final advice for tonight. Okay, feel free to check out the other readings after this. the shorts and the yearly readings. Okay, all of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the perfect time, even if it says like March 2026 or whatever, okay? Whatever you feel called to, okay? There may be a message in there for you. Oh yeah. You deserve a fresh new beginning, Leah Michelle. Oh, I can't see. Okay. I know. Oh. Okay. Oh. All right. I see. I sense the amazing advice coming through. I love it. God. Okay. So what would you like to relay? What's the advice coming through? Ooh, 111, 111. Okay. Wow, look at all of these cards just coming out. No coincidence. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is actually very exciting. This is gonna, wow, okay. Look at that. So the advice coming in is that be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Okay. So if somebody here is looking, they're looking for a successful connection, rooting from honesty, where they don't have to be in secret. Okay, somebody here is almost going to be a very public, somebody here is looking for almost like a very public relationship where there's no hidden motives. Everybody knows like who's with who, so I'm getting here somebody who's not afraid to be like, that's my man, that's my lady, whatever, just like if they're in something, then everybody in the village knows about it, like that kind of thing. And so it's and the reason why that's happening is because the reason why this is what this energy wants is because they're tired of living in lies. They just want to live in the truth where everything is somewhat transparent, where they understand that they're in something committed together, okay? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. They say great minds think alike, so I appreciate the compliments. Okay, I appreciate it. Okay. Um. So the advice here is that I'm picking up on somebody here who's emotionally ready. Okay. They're emotionally ready. Hello, crocodile. Welcome. We're up so pretty. Aw. Hello, deal for real. Welcome back. Okay, so I'm sensing here somebody is very emotionally invested. They want to come together. They want to close the gap. I'm picking up on somebody here that really wants to. Oh yeah, you saw a number. Yeah, no coincidence. No coincidence. So somebody here is not only like emotionally invested, but they're also like worked up. They're very like excited, okay? Excited for like what's ahead, what is to come. There's a lot of attraction, okay? So, but I am getting some sort of like trauma energy, okay? And I can see that it's from a lot of players, okay? Is resulting from a lot of players, you know, people who are in and out or playing the field or just comes in hot and heavy one moment, one moment and then like leaves. Like somebody here is very traumatized by that kind of behavior. And so oh, thank you. Yeah, you like the hair. You like the hair. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Mm. So I do sense here that, okay, God is saying God has heard the prayers. Okay, so somebody here has been manifesting, saying, please, God, please send me my lover. Send me, you know, my one true love. Like somebody here has been like praying, wishing and hoping, like wishing on a star and like blowing out birthday candles and being like, universe, send them my way. Send them my way. Like they'll just, you know, they've been wanting this and God has been listening and it's coming. It's coming, okay? Thank you, okay? Please be mindful, all right? Okay? I like respectful energy. Yes, okay? Even if you meant it in a good way or not, I don't care, okay? All right? Okay. So, and the person, all right, what did I, thank you. What did I literally just say? You need to listen. Okay, honey? All right? Okay? All right. Anyways, so this is it's a sign, okay? God is trying, okay, the it's a sign. God is trying to give us signs. Look at that. No coincidence that the last two cards, we have a pair, all right? So God is saying the signs to look out for of when you know like the manifestation is coming into reality is that the person that this energy is meant to be with, they're going to step up. They're going to stand their ground. They're going to be in their power and they're going to seize the moment. And so the person, so I'm getting, you know, regardless of genders, the energies that I'm picking up is a masculine energy and a feminine energy. The masculine energy, the person who embodies the masculine energy, okay, they understand they need to be the one to stand up. If somebody here didn't know and they're supposedly supposed to be in the masculine energy and they didn't know that they were supposed to take action and stand their ground and stand in their power, this is your reminder. This is your birthright to do. Okay? It's ingrained in your DNA and it, so to speak, your essence, your soul. Only when the masculine is hurt in trauma, in their toxicity and ego, that they're not able to be fully in their power to retrieve, to get their feminine. Okay? Hello, Enoch. One of the reasons why the masculine has such a hard time coming forward is because they're stuck in sadness and they're stuck in some sort of social conditioning where they feel like they don't need to. They feel like, well, why do they have to? Why can't they, like, why can't they be the one to come forward? No, it's like, again, this is well, one is laziness. Okay, I'm picking up on somebody here who chooses to go with what makes it more easy on them. Okay, even though they know that, oh no, yeah, that's not how it should be, but they, to make it fit their agenda, they'll twist it and be like, well, then why do I have to do it? You know, like somebody here lost the tradition, the what fits in a puzzle piece so perfectly. Okay, they somebody's sense of balance and justice is skewed. Okay, they're not able, they literally, okay, okay, we're not created equal. We're not. We all have different strengths, the different weaknesses. Okay, it's a puzzle piece. Not all the puzzles are going to look the same. We're all different. And so it's like there's limitations and there's strengths to each side. Okay, and for one side to want to be exactly like the other side, it's not going to make sense. It's a yin and yang. Okay, anything else? No, that's it. Okay, just remember this. The person who is literally thinking like they're not fully embodying their energy, their masculine or feminine energy, okay? It's because they're not in the right state of mind. Okay? There's something that they're not seeing things clearly, that they're not willing to let go of to see things in a different perspective. And they really need to be mindful of what they consume, whether it's like through media or who they surround themselves with, what they have been conditioned to do, because if they're unable to break free from that, then they're stuck. And they know, okay, for those who are resonating and they know that they're the one who's being stuck right now, okay, there's a reason why they feel so lonely, sad, and money feels like it's depleting. It's as if somebody literally has holes in their pockets. It's just like no matter how much they try to grow, expand, they can't. It's because they are giving to the wrong people. Okay, they don't know how to invest in something and watch it grow. It's just like they just throw the seeds and they're just like, okay, I'll come back and it'll just do the work for itself and it's already tended to. It's like, no, somebody here literally needs to be there, be like, be dedicated, tend, tend to your crops. Jeez Louise. Okay. Anything else, God? That is it, okay? I threw a lot at you guys, a lot of messages coming through as usual. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as mentioned, this reading is going to be up, so you're more than welcome to come back and listen and rewatch until you retain, until you get it. Okay, it's part of the being consistent. so that we can reprogram and recondition ourselves so that we're not stuck. Okay? And you are more than welcome to I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? All right. You guys know exactly how you can help them. You guys know. Okay? A part of me don't want to like tell you. You guys should know how you can help them. Okay? Okay. Let me just like get crystal clear. You guys are more than welcome to share this message. Share my channel, what have you. Let them find it. Okay? Let people find it. How else are they going to learn? How else, like, are you going to go and call them out? Are you going to be that consistent enough to be on here? No. If you don't want to do the work, then leave it to me. But they're not going to know unless you share it. Okay? So if you would like to contribute in your own way, it's not always about money. You can share the message. You can share my channel if you'd like, okay? Okay. Anything else? All right. That's it. All right. Thank you for being here, especially I know I read energies. I know who's in here, I know who's not. And for those of you who are in here watching during the live, thank you for being here. For those of you who are watching it later on, thank you for being here, okay? Remember, time is fluid. You'll see this message when you see it. And I appreciate all the love and support and for being here. And for you guys, if you're in here and resonating and you really truly want to see a change, it's there. It's available to you. And if you really need some, reminders, okay, to help you keep you on track, you're more than welcome to come back here, okay? So thank you. All right. Leah Michelle wrote, I am a healer and a teacher. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Belinda wrote, thank you. All right. So thank you, everybody. Until next time, have a great one. All right.